Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Ashland Tonight News. Today is Thursday, April 12th, 2007, and here is a look at tonight's top stories.
An Indonesian concert was held there at Ashland University. We'll tell you more next.
And the university radio station, 88.9 WRDL, is running some new programming. We'll fill you in coming up.
$11.7 million worth of resurfacing and improving roads around Ashland is something the county can look forward to. Stay tuned for more details.
And is warmer weather really supposed to come our way? We'll let you know. Coming up, I'm Miranda Hover.
And I'm Rana Hamidi, and you're watching Ashland Tonight News for local coverage you care about. Stay tuned, it's all coming up next.
Ashland roads will be a little smoother this coming fall, but not before traffic may be a little more congested this summer. As part of the Ohio Department of Transportation's 2007 construction season, resurfacing of routes 250 and 96 within the city limits will cause the most traffic. Though this is just $1.1 million of the set $11 million project, it is the one that will bring the most benefit to Ashland, but it's also going to cause a few headaches. ODOT spokesman Brian Stacy says they will be monitoring backups and try to deal with these appropriately. Among other projects, I-71 will be expanding to 3 lanes north of Ashland, which will go into 2008. And then several smaller projects such as rail installation, pavement planning, and shoulder rehabilitation will take place across the county. For more information, you can check out the state website at www.ohio.gov and then click on the Ohio Department of Transportation link.
There are now the 2 new reasons to listen to WRDL-FM reporter. WRDL-FM reporter Kelly Roskowitz has the details on how WRDL is putting the listener first. Oh my God.
Ready to rock out with WRDL's new changes.
A lot of the changes and a lot of the new programs that we have done this year has been based off of DJ's feedback, listeners' feedback, faculty, staff, anyone that listens or anyone that participates here at the station.
Starting with a new tagline of where radio is dedicated to the listener, Ashland Station is fulfilling the students' needs.
WRDL is dedicated to the listeners because it really focuses on what our student DJs want to hear, and that's what they play.
The program, Faculty Flavor, is giving AU staff members an opportunity to express their music interests. You can listen to Faculty Flavor on Fridays from 2 till 3 o'clock.
All right, we look forward to having you back again.
A good way to get the faculty involved in the radio station, and that includes all faculty, not just the Comar professors. I bet a lot of faculty out there have really great taste in music that us younger kids don't even think to listen to.
Not only is the faculty becoming a bigger part of WRDL, but now students have the opportunity to introduce new music during on-air listening parties.
As we bring 3 DJs in, each one brings their own artist, and we sit down in the booth, and each one, we'll start off with DJ 1, they'll introduce their artist. They have 3 tracks already pre-selected, so you play track 1, then after that, the 3 of them will discuss that track and the artist.
Callers have the chance to comment and tell us what they think of the music.
They don't have to worry about hearing the same song several times throughout the day, or even the same genre. The music's always changing, and you're always curious about what you're going to hear next, and I think the students really like that.
A lot of the DJs that actually are really involved here have a wide variety of tastes, and it shows in not only their what they play on air, but also how they approach their music.
It's obvious that WRDL is committed to the music, but most importantly, the listeners. Reporting for Ashland Tonight News, I'm Kelly Roskowitz.
Well, thank you, Kelly. Well, cable rates were a big topic at the City Council meeting Tuesday when residents expressed their concern that Armstrong Cable is monopolizing the cable in Ashland, forcing higher than average rates. Council members say Armstrong does not have an exclusivity contract with Ashland, though they are the primary carrier in the city. Mayor Strine does not believe that the city has any right to control the rates, but that appearing before Armstrong with these concerns is very important. This meeting took place as a mandatory review of the city's cable provider. According to several residents, the basic plan that Armstrong offers for $45.95 a month can be found cheaper in other cities. All of the community concerns can be voiced to Armstrong at a May 8th meeting beginning at 7 p.m. Another work session will most likely be set before making a final decision whether to renew the contract or not. Ashland residents are encouraged, though, to bring their research to the meeting to help in the renewal process.
This school year is coming to a close. We'll give you 2007 commencement in details next.
And don't go away.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
Not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Every trip, every time.
California, here I come!
Buckle up so you and your friends get home safely.
I must scream into the world from the top of someplace very high.
Seatbelts save lives.
Okay.
Visit nhtsa.gov.
Low and slow. My best friend, what are you going to do?
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
That is spectacular advice.
Well, it's almost that time. For Ashland University seniors, a month from today will be a day they won't soon forget: graduation. This year, the senior class will be getting their diplomas on the Jones Terrace right outside of Founders Hall on May 12th at 10 a.m. There are lots of great things going on for this year's commencement. Two-time Heisman Trophy winner and president of the Ohio State Alumni Association, Archie Griffin, will be here to give the commencement speech. Also, the 2007 senior class will be donating brand new flagpoles to the university, which will be placed right outside of the rec center around Old Abe. For more information regarding the commencement ceremony, you can visit the website at www.ashland.edu/commencement.
Well, the AU Music Department's Gretchen French Visiting Artists in Music series welcomed Indonesian musical artists Yuis Komaraya and Gangan Garmana last week. The guests gave a concert to a full crowd in the Elizabeth Pastor Recital Hall, singing songs from the mid-19th century stylings of Indonesia. The vocal performance was accompanied by a stringed instrument called a kacopi. The Gretchen French Endowment allows the AU Music Department to bring in a different visiting musician from year to year to offer workshops and sessions to AU students and to the public.
As of yesterday, the chilly weather was supposed to subside and the sun was supposed to shine. However, today the forecast changed. This weekend temperatures are going to stay right around the 35-degree mark with a 70% chance of a rain-snow mix. Hopefully soon the sun will shine again and fruit trees will recover. OSU Extension educator Julia Nolan-Woodruff assures that fruit trees will grow again as long as they were well planted. She also promises that once the weather starts cooperating, there will be viable buds so that people can eat apples and peaches this year.
Well, hopefully warmer weather will stick around once it finally gets here. Be sure to keep your channel tuned right here. Weather and sports are coming up next.
Don't go away.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Have you saved a life today?
I took 2 flood victims to a shelter.
I donated a day's pay to help a family that lost everything in a fire.
Have you saved a life today?
I teach a class in infant CPR.
I donated a pint of blood.
Have you saved a life today?
No. But today somebody saved mine.
The American Red Cross. Together, we can save a life.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth.
Fight tooth decay.
Floss your teeth.
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Welcome back. I'm Leland Gottlieb. Well, I hope all of you folks that like the warm weather took a plane this morning down south, because as you can see, that's where all the warm weather is. Old Man Winter doesn't look like he's going anywhere for a long time. As you can see, temperatures are in the lower 40s for our area, places like Ashland and Mansfield, and most of Ohio and the area. As we switch sources now and take a look at the current picture, you can see that there is a low pressure system moving out of the area. On the back side of this, we're left with some rain showers and some snow showers. They should push out of the region by later this evening, and I don't see much accumulation in snow for the rest of the night. Then we turn our attention to a low pressure system, which you can see in the west. This is going to move into our area by later this week and intensify as it does so. We have high pressure for now, though, moving into our area. As we take a look at the 3-day forecast, you can see that temperatures will be 48 degrees tomorrow. But don't be fooled by this, because by Saturday we'll see temperatures only reaching 40 and some rain and snow showers moving into the area with the next system moving in. And then by Sunday we'll be left with some leftover rain and snow showers, not heavy at all, with lows in the 30s. That's all I have tonight. Now here's Brian with sports. Brian?
Thanks, Lee. Let's get right to the action from the last few days, and there hasn't been much of it, as you just saw from Lee there. The weather hasn't been very conducive to baseball, but the team has had some games, however, at Saginaw Valley, they were canceled last weekend due to snow. Yes, baseball games canceled due to snow, like the Indians. Their home game with Malone Tuesday was also postponed here in Ashland, but the team was able to play Findlay yesterday at Don Dodges Field, and in the first game of the doubleheader, senior Josh Davidson shut down the Oiler offense, going the distance for AU. Eric Zatlin had a 2-run single in the third inning, and Jeff Yates, Tyson Rowland, and Justin Randall each had 2 hits to lead the offense. The 6-2 win was Davidson's first victory since March 25th. In the second game, the roles reversed as Findlay won 6-1. The Eagle offense managed just 4 hits against Findlay starter Bryce Whittington, who allowed the lone run. And Todd Schlenkerman ran into trouble for AU in the 4th inning, allowing all 6 runs in the frame. It was the sophomore's first loss of the season. Ashland is now 18-11 overall, 4-1 in the GLIAC. AU will host Gannon, weather permitting, this weekend in doubleheaders on Saturday and Sunday. The softball team also had games canceled due to the snow, but they did sweep West Virginia State on April 3rd. In the first game, AU won 8-2, as Jill Allerding went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Chris McGahee and Jen Alderson had 2 hits each. Jamie Williams went 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits, picking up her 16th win of the season. The Eagles took the second game as well, 3-2. Freshman Samantha Hendricks went 4 innings, allowing both runs, but the bullpen was effective as Karen Hotchkiss and Jamie Williams closed out the win. Amanda Thomas had a 2-run single sparked Ashland's offense in the third inning. The women's golf team hosted the AU Invitational a few weeks ago, taking 4th place as Bridget Slonkoski finished 15th, Megan Marks took 16th, and Janice Greenblatt and Andrea Engel tied for 20th. The men's golf team was in action at the Northern Kentucky Regional Invitational April 1st, and they took 12th overall. Junior Sean Reed was the top Eagle at the event, shooting a 146 over 2 days. On to some professional action. The Cleveland Indians played this afternoon, wrapping up their 3-game series with the Angels in Milwaukee. The Tribe won 4-2 as Travis Hafner hit his first home run of the season, and Grady Sizemore also homered for the Indians. And in a bit of breaking news, CBS has fired radio host Don Imus for his controversial comments last week about the Rutgers women's basketball team, so his show will no longer be on MSNBC or CBS Radio. And although it's been a little on the cool side, spring is here, and that means baseball is too. TV2 reporter Chip Whipple has this preview of AU's 2007 baseball team.
You're right there.
I think the biggest thing we learned is that we can beat anyone in the country. We saw the top teams in the country a year ago, and not only were we right there with them, but we can beat them.
The Ashland University baseball team made it to the Division II World Series last year and are not looking to take a step back.
My first goal is I want to get our team back to the World Series. Playing in Alabama was probably the best experience I've had baseball-wise.
The AU Eagles started their season off in March with a long road trip in Florida.
But we played our most competitive schedule that we've ever played in Florida. A number of teams that will be in consideration in their region for the regional NCAA tournaments.
Now the team returned from its Florida trip going 11-8, and now will look to continue their success against tough GLIAC opponents here at Dodges Field.
Every game in GLIAC's hard, but there are them certain teams that you're going to go after. Like Mercyhurst had a good year last year, and they brought some players in that I've heard that go pretty good. So I'd say Mercyhurst, Grand Valley, Saginaw, and Wayne, it's all going to be up there.
With GLIAC play already in full swing, the Eagles will have to rely on their strengths in order to keep on winning.
I think our biggest strength is probably our balance. Between pitching, hitting, defense, base running. We feel we're pretty solid in every phase of the game.
The Eagles are led by their seniors, who will look to continue to make an impact.
Yes, we have a great senior class, and we have 7 seniors, and all 7 of them, contribute in a number of ways. But the leadership on this team is very good.
The team currently is 3-0 in the GLIAC, with their next game April 6th at Saginaw Valley State. Reporting for Ashland Tonight News, I'm Chip Whipple.
Thanks, Chip. Next up, Michelle Flora and Emily Tibbetts will be here for your entertainment and health news. Stay tuned.
So, what do we got here? Sometimes you feel tired. You can't seem to lose those extra pounds off your midsection. And your joints hurt when you take the stairs? Well, you're getting older. But I'm happy to say that there's some simple things we can do to keep you happy and healthy for years to come. We can also lower your risk for some serious diseases the older population is often subject to. Proper nutrition is more important than ever. Your body has changed, not as many treats. A basic exercise plan, lots of walks and fresh air, and most importantly, come and see me for twice-yearly checkups to help ensure the best possible quality of life. Now, how does that sound?
Good boy.
Improve the quality of life for your elderly pet. Schedule twice yearly checkups that include preventive care and regular lab work. A message from the veterinary members of the American Animal Hospital Association.
She won her first race by 13 lengths. The next month, she broke her leg. Using a surgical procedure developed through research with animals, doctors repaired it. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Personal Ensign unleashing a furious one on the outside in a 6/8 of a mile from the wire. Willie Collins is there. Personal Ensign, a dramatic finish! A dramatic finish!
Personal Ensign ran 13 times and retired as an undefeated champion. You see, animal research saves animals too.
Welcome back. I'm Michelle Flora here with your latest entertainment news. Will Ferrell and Jon Heder skated into first place for the second week in a row with their comedy Blades of Glory. This past weekend, the box office brought in $23 million. Disney's animated film Meet the Robinsons, featuring the vocal talents of Angela Bassett, came in second, earning $17 million, while Spartan Epic 300 dropped to sixth with $8 million. The new comedy Aqua Teen Hunger Force opens this Friday the 13th. Frylock Carrie Means, Master Shake Dana Snyder, and Meatwad Dave Willis take appropriate action when an immortal piece of exercise equipment threatens the Galaxy's peace. Halle Berry's and Bruce Willis's new movie also opens this Friday. Berry acts as a reporter and uses her investigative skills to solve the murder of a friend. Her search leads her to Harrison Hill, who's Bruce Willis, a high-powered advertising executive. She assumes new identities in the real world and online, utilizing cyberspace in a bid to bring her justice. In other entertainment news, DNA tests have finally confirmed that Larry Burkhead is the father of Anna Nicole's baby girl. Burkhead addressed the press upon leaving the courthouse. There are certain things that I cannot talk about, but this is one thing that I'm very happy to talk about, he said. My baby's going to be coming home real soon. I'm happy to have this behind me and start a new life with my daughter, he added. On March 23rd, supermodel Naomi Campbell finished her community service with a garbage truck garage for assaulting her maid. In her first interview since serving, Campbell told Access Hollywood, "Well, for me, it was a humbling experience, and I just got to be with people and learn a lot about people that I would never get to meet in my job." And a local band is making the transition from writing music to scoring a theatrical production. Kyle Pittman has a story on the Iliad and how they are taking their musical talents to the next level.
The Iliad, a local campus group of talented recording artists.
I'm surprised if you haven't heard of them before. Their posters are all around campus, and they have just been signed with a record label that is in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, and that is amazing to me. Actually, they're the very first name.
With a flair for avant-garde music styles and infectious pop melodies, the Iliad are working hard to make an impact on the music scene of today.
We've been together for, I don't know, quite some time. You know, it's slowly developed after we came here at Ashland University.
The Iliad, which has been around for roughly 4 years now, are experimenting with new methods of multimedia.
Marty Tillman came to me about a week ago and said, "Bobby, would you guys be interested in playing these songs for? We're going to do a recording, doing a recording, so that we can play it during the play." And I thought that was a great idea.
The play is called Five Women Wearing the Same Dress, and the transition from pop group to scoring a theatrical production is a seamless one. The Iliad strives to try new experimental means of expressing their creativity.
You know, sometimes we have, Kyle Rise on the floor, making sweet love to his guitar.
I think it's a great opportunity to be able to take on some older cover songs.
What do you think of it?
I like it.
We're going to be releasing an album here in about a month, as far as I know, month and a half, too, something like that.
5 Women Wearing the Same Dress premieres April 19th, and you can visit myspace.com/The Iliad for concert dates and info on the upcoming album. Reporting for Ashland University, I'm Kyle Pittman.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Now I'll toss it over to Emily Tibbetts for your health report.
Thanks, Michelle. In national health news, Listerine Agent Cool Blue Plaque, rinse flavors Glacier Mint and Bubblegum Blast have been recalled. It has been found that these flavors could cause illness for individuals with weak immune systems. Consumers need to stop using the rinse and disregard the product immediately. No other Listerine products have been recalled. The Health Center at Ashland University is offering free anonymous HIV testing to Ashland students on April 24th from 10 a.m. noon and from 1 to 3 p.m. Stop by for free same-day results. Focusing on the well-being of children, AU is hosting its 4th annual 5K City Walk and first ever Eagle Mile Challenge on April 28th. Participants in the City Walk are challenged to set a personal fundraising goal and must have a sponsor. The Eagle Walk is a 1-mile race around AU's campus for children in grades 1st through 6th. Participation in the Eagle Walk is free. Registration for the Eagle Walk Challenge starts at 7:45 a.m. with the race beginning at 8:30. Registration for the City Walk begins at 8:30 with the race starting at 9:15. For more information, visit Ashland University's website at www.ashland.edu. That's it for me. Stay tuned. Ashland 2 Night News will be right back.
What do a store owner, a mother of 2, and an honor student have in common? They've all recovered from a mental health problem, and they're all part of our lives. Mental health problems are surprisingly common. They affect almost every family in America, maybe even yours. Get the facts about mental health. Call 1-800-789-2647 because mental health is part of all our lives.
For the people in our armed forces, it's a time of sacrifice, a time of duty. That's why we've joined together to form the Armed Forces Relief Trust to help military families cope with financial and medical emergencies at home. The 4 military aid societies gave millions last year to cover unexpected medical expenses, child care, and more. But with so many overseas, the need is greater than ever. They're serving us. Let's serve them in return.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. Log on or tell your tax preparer to e-file for you and join the 53 million e-filers who consider it done.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste. That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I